why I'm laughing. I've got a sore head. You like the coat? Camel hair. It is genuine camel hair. It is. Don't you believe me? Look at that. I'm so fed up with people picking on me. Playing cards.
I've been to a stag party.
All wearing glasses. I should be locked up.
Tommy Cooper, for my money, one of the funniest men of the last 50 years. Perhaps before then, I don't know, I wasn't here. But Tommy Cooper. Do you know, one of the criticisms leveled at Tom by people who don't really know said that he never gets a trick right. Well, he was a member of the Magic Circle, and you don't get to be a member of that for getting your tricks wrong. The hours he spent practicing getting those tricks wrong. And you see about Tom, he was a funny man. I mean, ordinary comedians, well, comedians, when they're smartly dressed and they walk into a room, they look rather ordinary people. Tom stood out a mile, even though he was impeccably dressed. When he walked into a room, people wouldn't say, what is he? Is he in the ministry? A doctor, a surgeon, a high court judge? No, he was Tommy Cooper. And people would look at him, even he was smartly dressed, and say, what an idiot. Well, Tom was about as big an idiot as Einstein, and he got more laughs.
Thank you. Thank you, all. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. Have we got time for more? I shall now produce from this empty cloth 4 live ducks. Oh! I got away again. Look, see that? This one's just the same look. Here's a little trick I'd like to show you now. It's a very famous egg and bag trick. Here's the egg as a bag. My teeth itch. I went to the dentist. He said, my teeth are all right, but my gum's going to come out. And I said... He looked at me, and I said, I've got a terrible pain just up there. See? And... up there it was. So he said, I'll tell you what I do. I said, what's that? Because he spoke to me. And I said... I got a pain up there. He said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll x-ray it. So you get these little tiny x-rays like that, a little small one like that. And you put it up there like that, you hold it up there like that. And I'm sitting there like that. And they bring this x-ray machine in, see? And it, like there. And it went... just like that. And he took it out and he looked at it. And he said, no wonder it hurts. You got a finger poked up there. Egg, bag, bag, egg. You know, as I was waiting to go in to see him, the same dentist, and I was sitting reading the magazines. Wasn't it awful about that Titanic? Another stage will vanish in front of your very eyes. And you're... Oh, my feet are killing me. They are, every night when I'm lying in bed, they get me round the throat like that, trying to straighten it. Now, I want you to watch me very, very closely. And if you see any suspicious moves, don't say anything. This egg will vanish in front of your very eyes, and you won't have the slightest clue where it's gone. And yet, on the other hand, I've got 4 fingers and a thumb. Oh, dear. Look, vanish in front of your right eye. You have the slightest clue where it's gone, haven't you? Hey, where? Under my arm? No. Another one? No, look at that there. Look at that. This one? No, look at that. Higher? How's that? Thank you. And you put your hand inside the bag, and you bring the egg out with thunderous applause. It's not my night, is it? I've always been unlucky. I had a rocket horse once, and it died. I've got a cigarette lighter that won't go out. I've got a cigarette lighter that won't go out. So, look at that, I'm leaking. So I went to this doctor, and I said, it hurts me when I do that. He said, well, don't do it. Yeah, I had a meal last night. I ordered everything in French, surprised everybody. It was a Chinese restaurant. And I said to this Chinese waiter, I said, look, this chicken I got here is cold. He said, well, shoot me, he's been dead 2 weeks. I said, not only that, I said it twice. I said, he's got one leg shorter than the other. He said, what do you want to do, eat it or dance with it? I said, forget the chicken. It's making me giggle now. I said, forget the chicken. I said, give me a lobster. So he brought the lobster. I looked at it. I said, just a minute. I said, just a minute, I said. I said, you only got one claw. He's always been in a fight. I said, well, give me the winner. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. God, what a lovely audience. A standing ovation. And I said, oh, got something in my eye. It's my finger. So I said to this chap, what happened then? So I said to this Chinese waiter, I said, excuse me, and he said, yeah. Look at that, impressions as well. I said, tell me something. I said, are there any Chinese Jews? He said, I don't know, go find out. So he went and he came back, he said, no. There's only apple juice, pineapple juice, and everything. So I said to this Chinese waiter behind the counter, see, I said, excuse me, and he said, yeah. Could have been the same one. Well, he could have walked round, couldn't he? I said, have you got frog's legs? And he said, yes. I said, well, hot water kind of get me a cheese sandwich. My boy said to me today, he said, what do you call a gorilla that's got a banana in each ear? And I said, what do you call a gorilla that's got a banana in each ear? He said, anything you like, you can't hear you. The very famous vanishing one. There's a white tip here and a white tip there. Now, the reason for the white tips is to separate the ends from the centre. I get worse. Look, it clicks on my hand, look at that. It can't fall down. Got my finger there. A solid one. Will vanish in front of your very eyes. Here's a quick joke. What was it? Oh, yes. There was in the jungle, and there was a hyena. You know, a hyena. And he's talking to this monkey. And he said to this monkey, he said, you see that little passage, that little thing down there, a little narrow? He said, just down there. He said, you see those big clump of trees and bushes? And this monkey said, yes. He said, well, I go home that way every night. He said, I don't have to. But, you know, it's a short cut for me. I go home. He said, but every time I get to that bunch of trees there, this lion jumps out and throws me all over the place. He said, I don't know why you picked on me. All the time he keeps throwing me about, bash me about. He said, and then he goes. You know, he thinks it's funny, you know what I mean? So, this monkey said, I know what you mean. He said, well, I tell you what. He said, I'll come over here tonight. You know, he said, to protect you. So he said, would you? He said, yes. So they shook hands on it. Nothing in writing, just shake it. They shook it. And they started walking down towards this clump of trees. See? I can't help laughing. I know what's coming next. And he got down to this clump of trees, and he was just going to turn like that, and this lion jumped out and got this hyena and went boom, boom, boom. And this monkey went right up the tree and left him there, looking at him like that. And he was looking at him like that. And all of a sudden, this lion went boom, boom, and left this hyena on his back like that. He may have been like that. No, he's like that. And then the monkey came down and was standing beside him. And this hyena's like that. And he looks up to this monkey, he said, what happened? He said, I thought you were going to help me. He said, well, I was, he said, but when I looked down, he said, you were laughing so much, I thought you were winning. But, you know, I'm very soft-hearted, really. I am, honestly. I wouldn't harm a fly. And I never use these fly killers, never. I use this. Instant starch. Doesn't kill them, but they glide out the window like that.
Not only was Tommy a funny man on, he was a very funny man off, as everybody will tell you. I remember back in the 60s, we were appearing in summer season in Blackpool, in different shows. And regularly, we used to go out for a meal after the show. And we were in one restaurant in Blackpool, and we'd ordered the meal. It was very busy. It was a Saturday night, actually. And my meal arrived, and I said to Tommy, I said, oh, Tommy, they brought me boiled potatoes, and I ordered chips, you see. So I used to eat a lot of chips in those days. And Tommy said, well, we'll get it changed. Get a waiter, get a waiter. I said, oh, no, Tommy, don't want to make a fuss. Don't let's make a fuss about it. Pay for the meal, paying for the meal. We'll get it changed. Waiter. And he's trying to catch the waiter's eye, and they're very busy. Eventually, the waiter comes over. And he said, yes, sir, what is the problem? He said, he wants to have a word with you. And I didn't want any trouble at all. I said, well, it doesn't really matter. I said, but you did bring me boiled potatoes, and I ordered chips. And the waiter said, well, it is very difficult, sir. You know, you come in here very late at night from the shows. It is lovely to have you show business people here, he said, but you come late and it's very busy, and we make mistakes, sir. But I have nothing I can do now, sir, though. The chef has gone home. I'm very sorry. And Tommy said, looked at me and he said, he's quite right, you know, mate. He's quite right.
Here's a pack of cards. Now, I'd like some here now at random. Mr. Random. Would you think of any card you like in the pack, so but don't tell me? Think of any cards, sir. No, just think of one, sir. Have you thought of one, sir? Right, now this is mine, doesn't matter. If you don't mind, I don't matter. I'll put the cards in there, sir. Now this duck will take your chosen card from that pack. Now, you may have seen a duck do that before, but be fair, What was your card, sir? Empty! 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 Oh, it's dark in there. Is he laughing? Have a look at It's all right, I'll give you one of mine, all right? Having a nice hand for a wonderful sport. Thank you very much. Very nice. Thank you. I'll give you one later on, all right? Thank you. Here we go now to the last trick. I want you all to count 1, 2, 3, all right? 1, 2, 2 and a half. Hey! How's that? Look! Hey!
Sure of about Tom at rehearsal. 1, he was always late, and 2, you could never be cross with him. I remember once when he was late, and he was very late, even for Tom, and he got about 3/4 of an hour. Suddenly, when we were just getting a bit full, the door opened, and in walked Tom, dressed in his pajamas and a bowler hat. And he looked round at us all, and he said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't get up." Now, it was a mark of the man. How can you be cross with a man like that? One thing, he always had a good entrance.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good on. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like that. I think I'll do it again.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to present to you one of the all-time greats, my favorite, the star of our show, Tommy Cooper!
I'm singing in the rain. Singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. That's nothing to do with it. Oh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do something serious for you now. It's a one-man theatre in which I play 400 different people. But luckily, 398 are not in this scene. Just him and him. The scene is 1941. Somebody else, come on. The scene is 1941, the prisoner of war camp in the Rhine. And they're all wearing raincoats. And the leader of the British is the officer, Captain Creamty. He's one of the real Dempsey Creamtys. And he's face to face with that brutal camp commandant. Hands Neeson and bumps it is. Captain. Captain, yesterday there were 200 prisoners in the camp. Today, 10,000. Why is this? We built our escape tunnel back to front. Silence! Swinehorn English her. I do not like the English. I lost a leg in Tobruk. Well, I haven't got it. Silence! Silence! I thought it was my eye. Silence! You see this SS? You know what that is? You know what that is? Silence! It isn't all. Silence! The SS are the initials which stand for... These initials are the initials of the dreaded organization which these initials stand for. The SS stand for Sea Scouts. Yes, the dreaded Sea Scouts. For this, I will have you executed to teach you to have more, to teach you to have, what? Yes, all right. To teach you to have more respect in the future. You will put on the blindfold. Have you one last request? Yes, could I have a cigarette? Nine. Only want one. I only want one. Oh, yes. I only want one. I don't know where I am. You will... I've got ringing on. You will put on the blindfold for the last time. You put on the blindfold. Bring up the firing squad. Why has it gone dark? Don't worry, old chap. Let me help you. Go 2 paces forward. That's right. A little bit more. A little bit more. That's fine. Thank you. Fire squad. Fire! Shit. Where's the chair gone?
I worked with Tommy Cooper and with Eric Morecambe during the last 10 years, and it was a marvellous experience, of course. But I always thought of Eric as a great, great comedian, and Tommy as a very great clown. To illustrate this, he had a wonderful little joke. When I very first worked with him, did in front of a studio audience, and he took one of those little soap bubble machines you can buy in any shop that kids have, and you dip the little steel thing in with a circle, and you blow the bubbles all over the bubbles there, and he was doing his lovely little laugh, Tommy, to the audience. And suddenly he put out his right hand and he grabbed hold of one of these bubbles and held it like that. And it was quite a magic moment. He did that wonderful childlike laugh, and he'd actually managed to pluck a soap bubble out of the air. He, of course, had palmed it. It was a glass bubble. But the way, the expression on his face, having attained what every child would like to do, to actually hold one of those soap bubbles, was marvellous. And it reminded me exactly of the expression on the face of my 3-year-old daughter when she first tried to blow bubbles and when she first tried to catch one in the air.
Here's a very famous bottle of glass trick. Very bottle of glass. Here's a bottle of glass. Ooh. Too many bottles. The bottle will now change place with the glass. The bottle has now changed place with the glass. And the most difficult part is to make them go back again. Oh, hey, ha, ha, ha. Yes, sir. There's one in the Hey! I give him one look. That bottle becomes a glass. And that bottle becomes a glass. Or if you want, you can have the bottles over there like that. Another bottle there like that. Here's the glass. Here's the glass. Oh, there we go. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I mean, that was Tommy Cooper.
Such a terrific comedian. I mean, there just couldn't be another one like Tommy Cooper.
That's what he was, a lunatic, a madman, a genius, and one of the greatest comedians I personally have ever known.
And it's a very rare quality he had. He had the quality of innocence, and he had the quality of vulnerability, which is given to very, very few people.
He was an extremely funny man. All he had to do was to walk onto the stage, just stand there, and he just started to make you laugh.
Dear Tommy Cooper, well, if we'd have had all the people who wanted to come on this program to pay the respects to Tom, inside our business and out, we would have filled Wembley Stadium. How do you fill Wembley Stadium?
Not like that, like that.
Good
Leary?
Oh, do something.
Is that it?
Do something.
Yeah, can you tell us something? Tommy, why don't you tell us something about that famous film of Eric's, The Plank, that we were looking at?
Oh, yes. Now, I remember now doing this film with Eric, The Plank, and it's very funny, it was. No, it was very funny.
He not only acted in it, he wrote it, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I was coming to that.
Could have fooled me.
And he wrote it. I know I was in it. I'm telling you I was in it. I just said, what?
You're in it now.
You put me right off now. I was in the film, yeah, The Plank, that's right, yes. And he wrote the script. He wrote it in a letterbox.
Why did he put it in the letterbox?
It was a postscript. Oh, dear. How do I think of that? I don't know. And while we were making this film, that's the first film I ever done in my life.
It's longer than Frankie Howard.
Not yet. Not yet. No, I'm going to be very quick. We're doing this film, and we're in this house, remember?
The house, yeah.
In this house. I was in this house, the same house. I can't help laughing, I can't. I know what's coming next. And while we were doing this film, there was one shot in it, and we had a scene where we had to knock nails into the floor. So, anyway, he made me good at a typewriter, but he wasn't very good with a hammer. Because I had to hold the nails while he was hitting them. And he just missed this one. But he caught me with that one. Take it off, man. Come on.
A great memory of Tom was he and his wife lived in a bungalow in Eastbourne, and one Sunday morning they had a terrible row. And Dove, his wife, went off in a terrible huff and arrived at this hotel in Brighton where they used to have a Sunday morning drink in the hotel bar. Now, she's sitting there having a drink, and 15 minutes later, Tom follows on in another cab. 5 minutes from the hotel, he takes his clothes off, his jacket, his shirt, his pants, everything, and he's right down to his underwear. All he has is his socks, his long johns, his suspenders, and he walks through the hotel with all the guests looking at this fellow, wondering what's going on. And he walks through the hotel, into the bar, right up to where his wife is having a drink, and he says, "Dove, where's my clean shirt?" And that was the real Tommy Cooper.
Chief Barker, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, pray silence for your distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Tommy Cooper.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Chief Barker, fellow Barkers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. From now on, this speech goes downhill a bit. What?
You've got to put your face on.
Not yet, not yet. I told you to wait in the truck, didn't I? Your own wife efficacy, that's good, isn't it? Anyway, I must say, when I heard of this honor, I told the family, and I told my son and daughter, I've got a son and daughter, I get things right sometimes. And I said to my son Thomas, I said, I've been invited as a guest of honour to lunch by the Riding Club. And he looked at me with tears in his eyes. And he flung his arms around me. And he said, what the hell for? Does my voice sound a little bit hoarse? It does a bit, doesn't it? As a matter of fact, I lost my voice completely yesterday. And the one I got now, I just borrowed for this lunch. So I went to the doctor's, and he said, right, I'll examine you. He said, open your mouth. I went like that. And he looked down, and he said, a little raw. So I went, oh.
Castrol have an amazing gift for helping damp engines to start. A gift for unsticking sticky aerials. And for loosening awkward nuts and bolts all around the house. It's a gift called Castrol DWF. And we're giving this DWF spray absolutely free with every 5-litre can of liquid engineering. Now we can show you the new Sunsilk hairsprays. The new Sunsilk hairsprays hold the look.
Soon, everyone will have a chance to share in the shares of British Gas. For more information and to reserve a prospectus, phone 0272 272 272.
Dale Pack proudly presents... They came from out of the freezer. Starring Beef Dale Steak. He's big, he's lean, he's made with pure beef. They grilled him for 10 whole minutes, but they couldn't make him talk. When the chips are down, you can rely on a Dale Steak. In beef, lamb, and gammon, available minutes from this television set.
As you can see, life could get pretty hectic in the London commodity market. If in the afternoon I get hungry, I could come second, and that's no good to me, because I've got to win, I've got to be first. And that's why I choose Marathon. It's full of peanuts, but it's not too sweet. It's a really satisfying snack.
Packed with fresh roasted wholesome peanuts, Marathon really satisfies.
It's one of my best deals of the day.
Cooper, I love Tommy Cooper. Do you like Tom Tom?
Yeah, I like Tom Tom, did you?
Tom Tom? No, Tommy.
Tommy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper?
Yeah, I was fabulous, Tommy.
He was a legend, that man. He was absolutely brilliant. Tommy liked Tommy.
Oh, I loved him, me. One of my heroes.
Thank you. God, what a lovely audience. A standing ovation. And I said, oh, got something in my eye. It's a finger. So I said to this chap, what happened then? So I said to this Chinese waiter, I said, excuse me, and he said, yeah? Look at that, impressions as well. I said, tell me something. I said, are there any Chinese Jews? He said, I don't know, go find out. So he went and he came back, he said, no. There's only apple juice, pineapple juice, and orange juice. So I said to this Chinese lady behind the counter, see, I said, excuse me, and he said, yeah? Could have been the same one. Well, he could have walked round, couldn't he? I said, have you got frog's legs? And he said, yes. I said, well, hot water can, get me a cheese sandwich.
Tommy, not just a lovely man, but a great, great comic.
If I had a tough audience, you know, I used to just put one of these on. And that would get me out of trouble right away, I could tell you.
It almost goes without saying, one of the funniest men I ever met.
I was in Margate last summer for the summer season. A friend of mine said, you want to go to Margate? It's good for rheumatism. So I did, and I got it. And I tried to get to the hotel, it was packed, so I went to this big boarding house. And I knocked at the door, the landlady put her head at the window. She said, what do you want? I said, I want to stay here. She said, stay there, shut the window. And while I was there, I bought one of these skin diving outfits. Every shit like a frogman suit. Bought the whole thing, you know, goggles, big flippers, tank on the back. And I had a photograph taken like that and like that. Well, you never know, do you? You never know. And I went to the bay and I jumped in because you're not supposed to dive and it's dangerous. And I jumped in like that. And I think I turned a little bit all the way down. And I went down to about 155 feet. It was lovely, very quiet. And I'm going along like that. I got the instructions here. And I get rid of them and I start to do that like that. And the feet are going like that. Not in the front, in the back. And I'm good. And I don't care now, you know what I mean? I'm all over the place. And the goggles getting all misty and everything. And I'm humming to myself. Not loud, just... And all of a sudden, I saw a man walking towards me. In a sports jacket, grey flannels. I thought, that's unusual for a Thursday. So I went towards him, I was moving like lightning. Went to and I got right up to him, I took this pad out, and I wrote, what are you doing down here? Walking about in a sports jacket, grey flannels. And he took this pad from me, and he wrote on there, I'm drowning.
Tommy Cooper. Well, what can you say? He was the only one who could read the telephone directory and make it funny, that bloke. He's a genius. We'll all miss him.
He really was one of the funniest men in the business, and to this day, we all still miss him very, very much. Great comic.
Sheer inspiration. I owe the man so much. In fact, I still do him every night.
Thank you. Here's a quick joke. There's a man having a barbecue in the front garden, so he turned the spit like that, and the flames are getting higher and higher. Higher and higher, see? And he's singing, oh, solemn being. No music. Oh, solemn being. Farewell. And the flames are getting higher and higher. And a drunk walks by, he says, your singer's all right, but your monkey's on fire.
He was one of the funniest men I ever saw in my life. He was just terrific. He was really funny, man.
Tommy Cooper was the all-time funny man. He was really tremendous. He'd only to walk on for me and I'd start laughing. Really tremendous. He'd be missed.
God bless his mother, I say, for giving the world Tommy Cooper.
There's a man went into a pub, see? They got a pint of beer, he drank the beer, put the glass on the counter, turned the people on the right and said, you're a bunch of idiots. And he turned the people on the left and he said, you're a bunch of fools, and walks out. Next night, he's back, pint, puts the glass on the counter, turns to the right and says, you're a bunch of idiots, and you're a bunch of fools, and he walks out. There was a man sitting there. And he said, look, if he comes in tomorrow night, he may not come in, I don't know. Well, you don't know, do you? Well, he may not. Well, you can't blame me, can you? I don't care. I don't want to say, I don't know the fella, I don't care if he comes in, it makes no difference to me. But he came in, got the beer, drank the beer, put the clap on the gun, and turned the people around. He said, you're a bunch of idiots, and you're a bunch of fools. And this man said, just a minute, I'm not a fool. He's well, join the idiots over there then. Thank you.
Dear old Tom, you know, we in the profession had the privilege of knowing Tom personally. But I wonder, will we ever see his like again?
We'll meet again. Don't know where, but I know we'll meet again someday. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, until the blue sky, bright gray sky, far away.
Yes? I shall never forget the first time we met. She was sitting on top Waterloo Bridge, dangling her feet in the water. She cocked one eye at me, and I cocked one eye at her. And there we stood together, cock up. And she had most unusual lips, both on top. And long, blonde, wavy hair all down her back. None on her head. And she had a very cute little button nose. Very cute. I used to like the way it turned up. Then down. Then sideways. But I loved her. And we had some wonderful, happy times together. We used to go on the beach. She gave me a wave. I still got it home in a bucket. We used to go on the sands, play little games together. She used to bury me into the sand, and I buried her in the sand. And one of these days, I'm going to go back and dig her up. And then she said she was hungry. So I bought her a stick of rock. And she bit it. And she went, oh! Wasn't quite so loud as that. It was more, oh! And then she started to cry a bit. I said, what's the matter, love? She said, I've broken a tooth. I said, don't worry, you've got one left. And when she stood up, she had bow legs. She used to walk like that. I said to her, why don't you learn to play the cello? So I said to myself, I'd take her and get some lovely teeth for her. So I got the best set of false teeth that money can buy. And they look beautiful. Beautiful. And then, after all that, the money I spent on her, I don't think I can carry on. I'll try. All the money I spent on her, she left me. Left me. It's funny. It's not you, is it? And a year later, I met her again. And she came towards me. And she just stood there and laughed at me. Laughed at me with my own teeth. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Not like that. Not like that. Oh,